The Dallas Cowboys had an incredible draft, and what I wanted to do was break down every pick from today and show you why these guys are going to be either day one impacts or guys that can develop and turn into studs down the line. Now, in a couple of days, I'm going to make a total overview of every draft pick. If you want that video, comment down below P2 right now. Helps out so much, and stay tuned because we're about to break down a lot in this one video. And honestly, let's just get right into it. Hit the like button, subscribe, let's go. And here we go. The Dallas Cowboys are finally back up on the clock, and they're taking a running back. Now, we've seen a massive run on running backs recently, and they have decided they have found their one potentially of the future. Now, keep in mind, they do already have guys like Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders, but Jaden Blue, the Texas running back, is on his way and not even traveling too far. He's staying in Texas because he's going to Dallas with the Cowboys. He's from Texas as well, so man, he has stayed in Texas throughout the entirety of his football career, and he's probably really happy about that. But this is a guy that is right away a good backup, but has the potential to develop into a starter at the NFL level. And when you look at this Dallas Cowboys offense right now, that's what they need. They need a running back to kind of build around for the future. Now, again, you signed Javonte Williams on a one-year deal, Miles Sanders on a one-year deal. You still have Deuce Vaughn under contract for a few more years. I like Jaden Blue, and we're going to break down exactly why this is actually a really good fit here with a 4.3 40-yard dash. Love that speed to break into the second level. Now is a little bit small, 5'9", but not smaller than Ashton Jeanty. So again, I like Jaden Blue a ton. We're going to break down exactly why this is an absolute steal. Was projected to go in the 3rd round, goes in the 5th round. I'm all in. So first thing you're going to notice, Blue played behind some very good backs. Bijan Robinson was over there. Jonathan Brooks was over there. But this is a guy who has really good speed, can threaten wide, can attack the inside, and can get down the field very, very quickly, right? He's got great wiggle. He's got very patient eyes. And, his strength is being able to really understand what the defense is trying to do. He's very smart, IQ type of player. Now, he does have a lack of tempo, and they do say his vision inside of the tackles isn't as good as outside, but again, that's something that can develop over time, and I don't think he's a day one starter. I don't think he needs to be a day one starter, which is really good, and I'm very happy this was the landing spot for him. Now, while he can be labeled as a change of pace slasher, his real value will revolve around his ability to mismatch against linebackers and threaten defenses as a receiver out of the backfield. So the first thing you're going to realize here is he has potential to be a 3-down back because of his ability to catch the football out of the backfield, and that is one of my favorite things about him. He's got quick, agile feet. His ankle flexion allows him to make sharp turns up the field, which is huge, especially cutback lanes. Love that. He's got good top end speed, can juke and sneak past open field tacklers all day, every day, which makes him a big play, contender. Legitimate mismatch option as a receiver. We talk about that, and he runs wheel routes and angle routes for massive plays, or at least did in his collegiate career. Now, with that being said, I want to know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. He will need to be a little bit better in pass protection, which is why he won't be a day one starter, but has the potential down the line. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Just a few picks after acquiring running back Jaden Blue from Texas, they have now acquired a linebacker in Shamar James out of Florida. And if you want to go check out the Jaden Blue video, you guys can. But in this one, we're going to specifically talk about Shamar James, the linebacker, and what he adds to this team as a 5th round draft pick to the Dallas Cowboys. I absolutely love this pickup here for them. And in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know: the good, the bad, the ugly, the pros, the cons, the strengths, the weaknesses. We got you guys covered. Now, this is a little bit of a reach to my knowledge, I think, and this says right here, yes, he was projected to go in the 6th, 7th round of this year's NFL draft. He gets taken early 5th. They actually traded up to get him as well, and there's a reason for that, right? This guy is very flashy, okay? Now, he has a lot of room to grow. He's not going to be a day one starter. He's not going to be a guy that gets a ton of playing time right away. He'll be a good special teamer at the next level, pretty much on day one, but won't be a linebacker, won't be playing defensive snaps, at least in year one, I don't think. But the overall potential of Shamar James is off the charts. Now, you're going to see here, has never really developed the recognition and response talent to chalk up playmaking production, okay? And that is something you need in the NFL. You need to be able to read, react, and attack at the second level, or at the NFL level, and at the second level. Now, he does have some twitch in his movement and does a nice job of working past blocks. That's just naturally in his game, getting past blockers, disengaging, and making plays. But he needs to be quicker in terms of reaction time. But he might not be able to anticipate with enough consistency to play ahead of NFL blocking schemes. Now, again, when you look at prospects, the thing that you want to see is athleticism, and you want to see the ability to make plays in open space. He can do that. It's all mental for him right now. If you can get that above where it needs to be, this guy could be a 3-down linebacker in the NFL. Weaves around traffic and pursuing the football, that's great. Plays downhill and very physical. The effort level has never been questioned, at least in my eyes. Uses hands and body to turn and fight around blocks. Elusive and urgent against or as a blitzer. And has a 4-phase special team experience. He can play every single snap of special teams. And when you look at the linebacker core right now, Jamarion, Overshown, a little bit injured right now, or Overshawn, a little bit injured right now. We'll see when he gets back. But they bring in Jack Sanborn, Kenneth Murray. You still have Martis, right? You have Damone Clark. They have Buddy Johnson. You need to add more depth here and guys that can compete for special teams, and he can do that right away. I like the addition, but I'm scared about the IQ and the instincts. But if he can fix that, this is a great pickup. And here we go, Dallas Cowboys back up on the clock here, early of the 7th round, the first pick of the 7th round. They're taking a defensive tackle out of UCLA, Toya. From, like I said, UCLA, 6'2", 342 pounds with 32.5-inch arms. Now, this is a guy that's projected to be a backup in the NFL, at least right now, but the Cowboys liked him enough to at least take him with a pick, and he's actually projected to go in the 6th round of this year's NFL draft, so they get a little bit of value on him here at the top of the 7th. But this is a guy that has a lot of brothers in the NFL. I mean, grew up with his brother Siaka Ika, who is, I believe, on the or was on the Browns at some point, but has traveled somewhere else. I forget where he is right now, but you see Toya here. He's actually going to line up at the nose tackle position right next to Justin Rogers, the former Auburn Tiger. But this is a guy that has a lot of experience as a 3-year starter. He's got good mentality. He's got a great build to play nose tackle, which basically means a zero technique right over the center. I mean, this guy is heavy. He is great in first contact. He's got great power, but a lack of length makes him less, or the lack of length makes him more of a space eater than a block eater, which means that he's just going to be someone that clogs up holes, all right? He's going to be someone that can fill gaps within running lanes. He can pummel single block. If you don't double team him, he's going to make sure you feel it. He's got a violent club move for sporadic pressures, but it's unlikely to get home. He's not going to get you a ton of sacks, but he's going to help you in the run defense. But overall, guys, it's a 7th round draft pick. Don't expect him to come in here and be a day 1 starter. Don't expect him to be the next big thing at D-tackle. I like the player, and I think he could be a good fit with a lot of development. But as of right now, I mean, he might even slot in as a true backup nose tackle behind Mozzie Smith. So we'll see what happens. But overall, I think they've gotten a lot of good players in this year's NFL draft. And I think the Cowboys have done a great job. I mean, Donovan, Jay, Shamar James, Siobhan Revel. And then offensively, you bring in Johnny Cornelius, Tyler Booker, Jaden Blue. Done a great job, man. Let me know what you guys think. And here we go again. The Dallas Cowboys back on the clock in the 7th round. I believe they have one more pick after this. And they decide to take another running back. But this time in Clemson RB, Phil Mafa. 6'1", 234 pound, the complete opposite of Jaden Blue in terms of what he can bring to the table. And in this video, we're going to break down literally everything, right? Now, Jaden Blue was an elusive back that can make guys miss in open space. Love it, right? This guy's different. This guy plays like a linebacker. Okay, this guy's a running back in a linebacker body. This guy is going to follow blocks. He's going to steer them into contact before cutting, okay? So basically what that means, he's going to see a linebacker, and he's going to make that guy run into his offensive lineman, and then boom, then he's going to cut up the field. Now, he's heavy behind his pads, and he wears tacklers down, okay? If you give this guy one-on-one opportunities, he's going to lower that shoulder, and he is going to make contact happen, and he loves it. Accelerates through contact as a run finisher. So again, this dude welcomes contact. He welcomes saying, hey, hit me, I dare you, okay? Which I love. Now, he isn't a guy that's going to break off massive runs because the lack of speed. He's tough but clunky as an interior running with a lack of vision, which again, Jaden Blue has great vision, and a wiggle to find additional yards if there wasn't in a wide open lane. Mafa might need to prove himself on special teams to offer enough roster flexibility to make it as an RB3. And right now, when you look at the roster, it seems like you probably have 3 guys that are going to make the roster. Deuce Vaughn is a question mark. He's quick, explosive, fast. Malik Davis is a question mark. Now obviously, Phil Mafa will be a question mark. Miles Sanders might not make the team. Who knows? But I like Phil Mafa. If you want a downhill runner that loves contact, this is the guy to go for, and they did. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the family, and I'll see you in the next one. And here we go towards the tail end of the 6th round. The Dallas Cowboys have added another player that they actually viewed very high on their board, and they didn't think that he would be here late in this 6th round. Johnny Cornelius, an offensive tackle from Oregon who is 6'5", 310 pounds, and has 33.5-inch arms, is an absolute monster. Is actually one of the best athletes on this offensive tackle, or in this offensive tackle class at the NFL Draft Combine. And this is a guy that in the video we're going to break down everything you need to know about him going into this 2025 NFL season. Before we dive in, I want you guys to comment down below a letter grade for the Cowboys draft so far. And as we finish up here, what do you think they did the best, and what do you think they needed to do better in this draft? With that being said, let's talk a little bit about Johnny Cornelius going to Dallas from Oregon. This is a guy who, was projected early 6th round or maybe 7th. This guy has been very durable through his collegiate career thus far. He's got really good, anchor, like a good anchor, right? He's got really good base, great power in those legs. Let's actually read this. So Cornelius lacks standout flashes on the tape. He has been a full-time right tackle, but lacks protection talent to stay outside as a pro. So basically what they're saying here is that he'll probably push in the guard. Most likely he's got the talent and he's got the frame to be an NFL guard, but not the quickness to be a outside tackle in the NFL. When you look at this Dallas Cowboys offense right now, this offensive line, they've added a bunch of guys, right? Tyler Booker's a guard here. He'll be a day 1 starter. But they project him to be a tackle here. I don't think so. I think he's going to be more on the inside here for the Dallas Cowboys. But they've got a ton of depth, a ton of competition. He has access to physical tools, but needs to play with better bend and hand quickness to help stabilize his play. He can cover up defenders with his size, but is frequently out-leveraged at the point of attack. His average body control and slide quickness should be mitigated in smaller spaces, but those issues will be concerning against explosive interior rushers. The trade should make him a day 3 target, but his ceiling might be as a backup. So obviously NFL isn't as high on him as the Cowboys are. They're taking him because they believe in the overall potential, and they think that this guy can develop into a potential starter maybe down the line. Now obviously at the most in the 6th round that you're getting is just, again, potential. It's very raw, and these 6th, 7th round draft picks don't hit too often, but sometimes they do. So let's look at the strengths. Good heft and lower half. Like we said, yeah, he's got that good anchor, lower body control, power, rolls hips into angle blocks, and runs his feet. Able to set a late anchor if needed. Big hands, gains wrist control at the point of attack. Long arms can buy him time when the punch is timed well. Subpar foot quickness. So again, not quick enough to play tackle. At least in my opinion, I would have him at guard for the NFL. But you never know. Maybe they train him, they coach him well, and he ends up being a tackle at the NFL level. But we'll see what happens, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.